Hello from the Minnesota State Capitol. I'm State Representative John Lesh. The state legislature is laboring in the final days of legislative session. The Minnesota State Constitution requires that we adjourn by Monday at midnight. If we do not pass a budget by Monday at midnight, then state government shuts down on July 1st. The last time a shutdown occurred in Minnesota, taxpayers incurred over $10 million in costs from unattended assets, vandalism, and mothballing and unpacking of various facilities. Not to mention the embarrassment of not getting our job done. To be sure, budget negotiations are never easy. We're wrangling with over $46 billion in general fund expenditures. While we have a $1.6 billion surplus, Republicans want to spend it on tax cuts for corporations, while the Democrats prioritize investing it in education and transportation. Is that oversimplifying the issue? Of course it is. But to do justice to the whole debate, I'd have to reprise the last 5 months of negotiations at the Capitol. We don't have time for that in this update video. If they cannot agree on a budget by the end of legislative session, state government shuts down again. Now, you may be asking yourselves, I remember this happening before, don't I? Well, yes, you do.
It's our party, we can say what we want. It's our party, we can stop what we want. We can vote how we want, defend what we want.
We can do what we want, we can do what we want to.
It's our party, we can do what we want. It's our party, we can say what we want. It's our party, we can stop what we want. We can vote how we want, defund what we want.
Red states and sweaty bodies everywhere. Bills in the house like we don't care. Cause we came to shut it all down now. No government around now.
You may be recalling the federal shutdown of 2013. I certainly do, and so do the 52 other Army Rangers who had successfully completed the pre-Ranger training in October. But when a major walked into our barracks and told us we weren't going to be able to class up for Ranger School, that hit us pretty hard. Everyone has their own story about how a government shutdown affects them. But you also may remember the Minnesota State shutdown of 2 years earlier, when the same budget impasse that we're seeing today occurred. DFLers, again, that time wanted to prioritize education, while Republicans wanted to take money from schools to plug a budget hole. At the time of the shutdown, both sides claimed that they had the best interests of Minnesotans at heart. But 3 years later, the Republican Speaker of the House, campaigning for governor in front of a friendly crowd, bragged that he forced the shutdown to secure tax cuts for the rich. Governor Dayton has done well with divided government, negotiating terms, conceding demands, and reaching consensus. But when Republicans take the reins, power goes to their head. This year, for the first time since 2011, a Republican legislature has been in control of the budget. And just as in 2011, they're headed for a shutdown. It makes one strongly suspect that former Speaker Zellers was right when he suggested they preferred a shutdown to a government that works for people. With less than 3 days to get our work done, we're poised to fail. Call your legislator and tell him or her to demand real negotiations with the governor and let Minnesotans get back to work.
Thanks for listening to John Lesh. He's making a good point.